Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. MC-Mura here, and in today's video I wanted to highlight Cody's V-skill 2, explain a little bit more about it because I know it is something that many of the up and coming Cody players don't really understand that well or don't really know how to utilize. Of course, we all know that the Cody V-skill 2 comes in two parts. There is the standing version and there is the crouching version, right? Two stances. The thing that you have to understand about Cody is that the V-skill will dodge attacks depending on the state the attacks were, launched from. So for example, if I do the standing V-skill, this will dodge all attacks that were launched from a standing position. So let me show you a very good example of this. One of the really weird things is Sagat forward medium kick. This is a low, of course. If I'm trying to walk back, Sagat will hit me. It's a low. But look at this. The standing V-skill is the V-skill that will actually dodge this. It's not about the move itself, the hitbox, it being low or high. Sagat is doing it from a standing position. So your V-skill will dodge it. Correct? If I'm trying to do the low one, I'm getting hit. If I'm doing the standing one, I am able to dodge it. So this is the very first thing that you have to understand, and that's why you need to have a good understanding of your opponent's character, because you have to dodge stuff with intention. You have to have a good idea about what you are dodging and why you are using the versions that you are using. So first, let's talk about what each of them offer. The standing version can be done and then cancelled into a bunch, and this is what's gonna happen. Let's have him not block here. You're gonna do the standing bunch, and this will be, you can special cancel this. So you can do the bunch and then cancel the bunch into whatever special you want. The kick you can't. So with the kick version you actually can't do this. And this is for a very good balancing reason. The thing that you have to understand is that the punch actually have significantly less range than the kick. So for example, if we are standing from this spacing, the punch follow-up will completely whiff. However, the kick follow-up will actually connect. As you can see, the kick have way more range than the punch. And one interesting thing that is very important to note is that his V-skill 2, the kick version, this actually have more range than his standing heavy kick. So this is an excellent poke for Cody, and this is one of its main uses. So for example, let's here set up a couple of scenarios where you will want to use V-skill 2. Of course, one of the main scenarios is gonna be dodging fireballs. You can do this and dodge fireballs. So versus a character like Sagat, standing from a range like that will allow me to just dodge his fireballs on reaction, and you can actually do this very early and do the kick really late, like you're seeing me do. The cancel window on the kick itself is actually really big, so you can do it right away or you can delay it very lately and then do it. So you can do this, see that your opponent is not doing anything and just empty. You don't cancel into the kick. You can do it and then very late cancel into the kick, right? So one of the major example, like we said, is this. You will be able to hit fireballs. If your intent with Cody's V-skill, look how far this is hitting from. If your intent with Cody's V-skill is to go through fireballs, you have to use the kick version. This is a lot more consistent when it comes to this. So this is the first use. Use it against fireballs. The other use that we want to try is, of course, using it to counter poke our opponent or to set up a whiff punch scenario. So for example, like we said, here our standing heavy kick will not reach, right? But our V-skill, the crouching V-skill, will reach. So Sagat might try to take his turn back with a crouching medium punch, right? He's trying to punish us on block because this is -6, so he's gonna try to use his crouching medium punch. Then you get a whiff punish. So you can use it to set up spacing traps, and this again is one of the main uses for this V-skill. It is excellent at doing that because the range on it and the pushback is really nice. As you can see, like, it's really nice. So this is one of the main uses. Of course, in this scenario, Sagat will be forced to do some things like his standing medium kicks in, which is alright. He's not gonna punish us anyway, which will let you bully him even more. And look at how much V gauge we are building. We are using a safe-ish poke from a distance like that, and we are building V gauge, and we all know how deadly Cody is with V trigger. So this is excellent usage of this V-skill. Of course, one of the other main uses that you want to do is also dodging during block strings. So for example, if Sagat is doing something like this, I know there is a big gap here, so you will be able to dodge it. Again, this is one of the things where I'm saying you have to have some intent on what you're doing. If Sagat is doing crouching medium kick, there is 99% he's actually going to cancel into the fireballs. So this is a very easiest way to, cancel into and get a punish here. This V-skill actually turned this matchup upside down. I believe this used to be really good for Sagat, but now it is, I believe it's actually really bad for him. And let's show you another example. This is one of the common things that you will see a lot. A lot of Sagat players will throw you and then do a heavy tiger knee. This is something you will see a lot. You can also use the V-skill if you have a read that you're gonna do that, even on reaction, kinda honestly. It's kinda doable even on reaction to this because the startup is so slow. But again, you can use it in scenarios like this if your opponent is doing a forward hitting attack against character with tackle style moves in general. So characters like Bison, like Balrog, like Urien, characters who have attacks like this, tackle style moves, this V-skill is excellent. Because like I showed you, you can cancel really late. Like look at how late into the animation I'm cancelling into the punch. You can do it right away or you can delay it significantly. So you can do this, they are not doing anything and then you're safe, you didn't cancel into anything. You do your V-skill, you saw them moving forward and then you cancel into the punch. Pretty straightforward, really good. One of the other major usage of this V-skill is of course against V-reversals. So Cody's EX Zonk is one of his famous attacks, right? If your opponent knows the matchup, they will V-reversal on the first hit. This is what you should do versus Cody actually. If you ever block an EX Zonk, you have to cancel into the first hit. But if they don't know the matchup and if they try to V-reversal on the second hit, what you're gonna do is something like this. You're gonna V-skill and punish them. So we can use this as a poke, we can use this to go through fireball, we can use this to challenge block strings, you can use it to beat or irritate them in the neutral, you can also use it as a way to activate V-trigger, and this is actually one of Cody's best V-trigger activation. So for example, if our V-trigger is active, we're here having him block everything. This will beat you in a very good range. You just have to micro walk into the command grab. You kinda have to micro walk here. There's a little bit of pushback, so you micro walk into the command grab and then you got it. So it is also one of the very best V-trigger activations because you're gonna be plus. And even on the crouching version, you can actually do this and cancel into V-trigger and you're gonna be plus anyways. I don't recommend this because I think the target combo into punch V-skill, this one, it moves you forward a lot and puts you in a really good position, so I like this version more. You can also use this in the corner to extend combos. So for example, you can do something like this. The punch into the Ruffian, which is doing a little bit more damage. That one did 280, this does 230. So you are doing almost 50 more damage on your conversions, which is really good, and you are building V-bar. So overall, I hope that I shed some light on how Cody's V-skill 2 work and how you're supposed to use it. I understand that it's a little bit hard to use for newcomers because like I said, you have to use it with intent. This is a read-based V-skill, but if you have the read on your opponent, it's truly tremendous. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment, it helps the channel a lot. Thank you so much, subscribe if you haven't. Again, thanks for watching and stay safe.